Madge Madigan, your host of Madge Unmuted. Welcome to another episode. We're back. And I'm so excited to tell you who's back with me.
'Tis I. 'Tis Fitz.
Woohoo!
Good to see you,
Fitz.
Madge.
Go, Fitz. Good to see you, too.
So how you been? How long's it been? Like a year?
Okay. Let's recap, shall we? On our last episode. No. Well, shit, it's been, I think the last one you and I did together was like 2022.
Oh my God. Really?
Yeah, the end.
Wow.
Yes, the end of 2022. Because
That's insane.
what happened was I started that job, that full-time job.
Right.
Yeah, it was our Christmas show 2022. I was working for a streaming platform. It was a phenomenal job. I was doing their social media and marketing and all this stuff. And I had that from like January of 23 to October of 23. And they shut down.
That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, they went out of business. But that was really cool. And then I've been floundering ever since.
Well,
And
good.
then-
Good to hear. Good to hear, Madge. Thanks for catching
Good to
me
hear
up.
I've been floundering.
No, I'm sad. I'm
Fitz?
sad that you've been floundering, actually. I was just joking.
No. So, though, some good came out of it. I had been wanting to get out of Rochester for a while. My kids are gone. I don't have much going on there anymore. And I don't know. It was getting kind of. I wasn't having fun there anymore. So
Yeah.
the housing market was great. I already had the house down here, so I just put mine up for sale, and I got a big fat check, and I moved down here to my hometown.
And where is he? Dunkirk?
Yep, Dunkirk, New York.
Dunkirk.
Woo!
That's pretty
South
cool, though.
Buffalo.
That's
Yeah.
that's one of those opportunities that a lot of people don't get.
No, I've had a little. It's been an adventure finding my footing again.
Sure.
And going to a smaller town, which I'm used to just big city living, and this is not it. So I did some TikToks that were my life as a Hallmark movie, and like I never finished it. I just kept going on and I never finished it. But because the reason I kind of moved down here was I had to move away from here my junior year of high school. And like I was fucking devastated. I know, big drama when you're 16. But I was the youngest of 6. Everybody else went through here, and my dad was born here, and my grandparents, and just I had a couple generations, two tree generations in this town.
Couple two tree.
And
yeah.
couple two tree. I know, this is riveting. And I moved up and I finished high school in a different place, and I went into depression for years, and not to mention I had a really serious boyfriend in Dunkirk, and I thought I was going to die, but he went up to college anyway, so and dumped me for some hoe. I mean, a nice girl in college.
Right. But I know that a lot of roads lead to Dunkirk, as you have so expertly
Like
proven
the New York
on your
State Thruway.
Not specifically roads, but you know what I mean.
What?
A lot of people,
like
a lot of people that have done well for themselves that have
Hell yeah.
Came from Dunkirk, and like your
We
buddy
had him
Scott
all on the show.
and isn't that his name? Oh, Sean. Not Scott.
No, Sean Patrick
Sean.
McGraw,
Yeah.
who was a repeat offender on this show. And let's see, my friend Rich Corsi, Wendy Corsi Staub, Sean McCoyak, probably some other people. I don't know, but I plan to have more because there's a lot of really cool people, a lot of fun people, a lot of hilarious people, and everybody in this town has a nickname. I don't know why.
That's
like
a small town
everybody
thing, right? Everybody's got a nickname.
I don't know. Probably though, because everybody has like the same 4 Polish last names, so they gotta
Wow,
differentiate.
you being Madigan, were you the only Mick in town?
No, it's funny. There was a large, because all the Irish came over, like my great grandparents, and built the railroad
Yeah.
that started in, I don't know, over in Albany or downstate, whatever. And it went across, and then it went across the state and ended here, and it dumped all the mix off.
And they helped to
So
build
there used to be a
the
bunch of us.
canal as well. Our
Yeah.
our ancestors.
Yep.
Not mine.
Yes, yes,
I mean,
yeah.
maybe
well,
maybe mine.
of the Irish folks.
I traced my
So-
the Fitzgeralds.
Did you?
Somewhat, yeah.
Was it hard? Were they full
They're
figured?
angular, so it was very easy. No, I found out that my was it my great grandfather? I don't know. The first one that came over was, I think, like 16 or 15 or younger, maybe 10 when they came over in the 1850s, I believe, 1860s.
That's when mine. Yep. 1852 was my first.
Did you
one.
did your ancestors leave an easy trail of breadcrumbs to follow them, or because
Yes.
mine were terrible?
Oh, really?
They all died young, and nobody knew anything, and nobody left any. Like, it was terrible. It was really, really tough research.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. It was pretty easy because, like, my mother's side came from Ireland, and they all stayed in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and my father's side came from Ireland and all stayed in Dunkirk. So
were
they just
the
easy to
Bethlehem
find.
the Bethlehem people, were they in the steel? They're working for the steel company for
Yep.
Bethlehem Steel, which is like, I think
Yep.
everyone in Bethlehem worked for in those
Yeah,
times.
pretty
Like, that was
much.
it.
Yeah. Well, that's what it was here. Everyone was in this. There were steel plants.
Yeah.
And other manufacturing. Oh, Brooks Locomotive was a big locomotive manufacturer. Then turned into Alco, Altech, something. Yeah. So, that's that railroad thing, and but then it was funny. My family were all the entrepreneurs. So we had my great grandparents, great uncles had a lumber yard, scrap yard. One was the customs collector at the dock here, and my grandfather and all his brothers were bankers.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
We were the lace curtain Irish.
Yeah, my family were entrepreneurs as well. Yeah, they
What kind?
They made their living procuring items and
Did they
selling
sell
those
hooch?
items. They did not sell hooch.
Oh.
No, actually, I'm making it up. I don't
Curing-
think I come from a long line of thieves. But going back to trying to trace
Just a
my
short
heritage,
line.
it was really difficult. On my grandfather's side, on
Really?
Fitzgerald's side, my mother's side was actually very easy. I went back to my great grandfather who came to New York by way of Havana, and he was a cigar maker. That part of my heritage that I came from, cigar makers.
I was gonna make a Monica Lewinsky joke, but I refrain.
Thank you. I appreciate you leaving that for our imaginations.
So anyway, what have you been up to?
Oh, just doing the thing, doing the studio thing, helping people with their podcasts and voiceovers and whatnot.
That's how things are at Rockfox.
Yeah, things are going well. I mean, still here, so that's good.
Yay!
Lights are still on. We did
But you're not home.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, sorry. No.
We did a major renovation the end of last year. So that's what, like, you can see behind me, which you can't see, but our viewers can see, is we put new walls in the studio that you used to record in, and I did a whole new ceiling for better sound, and because the ceiling was disgusting, it had like flying squirrels living it and stuff, so we got rid of them.
No.
Yeah.
Had Rocky. Was
Yes.
Bullwinkle up there too?
No, there was no moose. We must get moose and squirrel.
And Squirrel.
We must do podcasts with the moose and squirrel. Yeah. So
They'd probably be more entertaining than me.
don't talk about yourself that way. I really miss doing the Madge Unmuted show. Like, incredibly miss it. We had so much fun every other Tuesday. You'd come in here, and I was always like, what kind of hijinks does Madge have in store for me today?
Well, and just you know how life goes. Sometimes you gotta regroup, and it was. I had to, yeah. I was floundering, like I said, and then I got that incredible job opportunity, and I did that, and now I'm ready to do this for myself again, because that's where I'm at right now. I moved down here to just do whatever the hell I want, and this is one of my spare bedrooms. So I said, this is a fun little place to do this, and I'm going to go back to doing it. And I'm like, but I don't want to try and do all this shit again. And I'm like, I bet I can just like plug and play with Fitz.
Yeah.
So that's what I said. Hey,
that's my new business.
Want to do this thing
plug
again?
And play with Fitz. All the ladies are lining up to plug and play with Fitz. Not really. They're not. No ladies are actually. I hope that you said you're doing better now and you're doing stuff for yourself, so that makes me happy, because I don't like a sad Madge. I like a happy Madge. Thank
you. You know what? I'm a really fucking happy Madge right now. I know. I got this great house, and I've been working on it, and that I love to do that stuff. And I have beautiful gardens outside that I've been working on. I like all of a sudden what's the word when you take on someone's persona? I don't know. My mother,
channeling your mother.
Yes, channeling. Thanks. And I was channeling my mother. Like, no, she completely possessed me for my body. And I'm doing all the gardening, and it's beautiful. And I'm really happy. And I have lots of friends here, and I am so busy here. Like, seriously, after I'm done recording this, I'm going to a party at a friend's cottage, because this is right on the lake. And
How far from the lake are you? Are you actually on the water, or are you just
I'm 3 houses down.
Oh, that's lovely.
So I have part of my house. We have deeded private beach access.
Oh,
so
nice.
Right at the end of the street, a few houses there. I mean, you can see the lake from out back of my house. And then you walk down a couple, and then there's the beach.
That's awesome. That's my dream.
It's funny. It is.
Yeah, to have a house like
so
on the water.
Zen.
We went just 2 weeks ago. We went to Cranberry Lake in the Adirondacks, and we tented in an RV carp. Oh my God, RV park, not an RV carp. That's a weird kind of fish.
I was going to say, you slept in a fish. That, like what they did in Star Wars. He went in crawled in that animal
to stay warm.
For warmth. Yeah. What was that thing? What
a tauntaun.
Yeah. That was really gross. Anyway, you didn't sleep in a fish.
No, we slept in a tent, but in an RV park. But our little place was right on the water, right on the lake, right on Cranberry Lake. We messed up and couldn't, like, we thought that we had a pontoon boat and kayaks all rented ahead of time, but we didn't. It was something that got screwed up with the website or whatever. So at the last minute, we went on Amazon and we found these Intex inflatable kayaks, 2-person kayaks, and they're amazing. Mm-hmm. They were like
cool.
$100 or $110 or something like that. And you blow them up, comes a little pump, you blow it up, and then you get in the water. And they're really stable and they're lots of fun. So we got to kayak around on the lake for a week.
Yay!
It was good times.
How fun. John bought a like back in May, there was some special garage sale day. Everybody was having garage sales around here, and I went past this one, and there was an inflatable like dinghy
Yeah.
about the size of a dinghy, and it had like a little mower on the back that looked like a hand mixer.
Yeah.
And I know he'd been looking for something for his sailboat, and he was at the house, and I was out with a girlfriend of mine, and I was like, "Oh, there's this." He'll give it the whole thing, the motor and the boat and everything for $100. And he's like, "Oh, to come look at it." And I'm like, "Yeah, you come look at it, because I don't know the fuck I'm looking at, you know." And he got it, and it's like perfect for the sailboat.
See, that's something that
know?
I would like. If you see
I
another
don't know
one,
why
let
I'm
me
doing
know.
this.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah,
How's the
trying
bar
to do
doing?
all this stuff.
It's-
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
It is phenomenal. We finally got a groove. We got a good manager that's just out of college, and he's a real go-getter, and I'm finally able to do all the like promos and stuff I want to do, and he's come up with some good stuff, and we're just like we're cooking with gas now, as
Nice.
the kids say.
That's the kid. No kids.
Yeah.
No kids have said that since the '60s, I think. But that's okay. That's totally fine.
Well, I'm still a kid
At heart, just
in
like
my
me.
head.
So what's in store?
Anyway.
What's in store for Madge now? Like as far as Madge Unmuted is concerned, what do we want to? What topics do we want to delve into? Like really get down to the nitty gritty of politics and race relations and something like gay and lesbian issues and.
No. More like, what's your favorite pudding or some shit? I don't know. We're gonna talk about my purses. My purses. Why the fuck? My purse collection and my shoe collection and this is fun. I gotta show you this. Can you see this poster behind me?
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, no, I just made it worse.
It's a guy with a
whatever.
mustache. Who is that?
Yeah. So it just says, it says, "Is your washroom breeding Bolsheviks?" and it's a Scott paper towels ad from
From the 30s?
employees lose respect for a company that fails to provide decent facilities for their comfort. No, Cold War shit, probably.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, but the reason I got it is because my son found one when he first started at NYU. He found one like on a, guy selling shit on a blanket on the street, and I thought it was hilarious. And I love retro stuff, and I happened to come across it some other place, and I'm like, mine.
Yeah, I like that kind of
So-
stuff too. Do you like to go to estate sales?
Yes, love it. Love
I
it.
hate estate sales, but I like the stuff that you can find at them. But I just don't like to go. I don't like to go, and there's like a bunch of people outside, and you got to find a spot, and then there's like you walk around, there's a bunch of people like elbowing you, and trying to get that old hammer and whatnot. It's.
I'm thinking the common denominator that you don't like is people.
You know what? I think you're onto something. You might be
Yeah.
onto something.
Yeah, I don't like to be. Yeah, I love finding stuff, and I have these couple of collections of things that I get, and some people understand them and some don't. Like I have this weird thing. Oh, I haven't put any up here yet. I gotta do it. Oh shit, I left one behind at Scott's house. I gotta go get. But I like quirky religious, especially like Catholic relics. So I know.
Example, please. Like Virgin Mary
like on my-
statues.
Yeah, but like downstairs in my dining room, fittingly, I have a couple different funky pictures of the Last Supper.
It's like dogs
One
at the
is
Last
like
Supper or
these,
something.
like 3D mirrored, like that I found at like Big Lots.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
not dogs. And another one's like a clock with the Last Supper and a clock. And I like funky stuff, and then I like crucifixes. Yeah, I know, weird.
Well, at
So
least we know you're not a
John was at,
vampire.
yeah, and John was at one at a estate sale, and he's like, "Oh, I found one for you," and he's like, "I found a Jesus painting," and it's really just a Jesus painting. I'm like, there's no, come on, there's got to be like Jesus playing hopscotch or some weird shit, I don't know. It's got to be Jesus having a beer, Jesus,
So there's
Buddy Jesus
yeah,
from
right,
Dogma.
right.
It's
Buddy
just like a
Christ.
painting of Jesus.
So that
And I'm
so
like,
it has
thanks.
to be some sort of religious artifact that is unique. It's different than what you would normally see.
Yeah, it's got like a quirkiness to it.
Yeah.
So
Those are
anyway,
fun.
yeah. So that's kind of stuff. We decided, right, we're gonna play a game that like spot the thing that has changed in the
So we have to memorize. We got to memorize the background now.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going
Oh,
to.
what I was gonna say, one of my episode, the couple of episodes I did with Scott Spezzano at his house, I had some tchotchkes there, and one of them was a Jesus on a half shell, literally, and it had like some crystals or something, and had lights behind it. So behind Jesus, in front of the half shell, was like a Christmas light. You couldn't see, and you plug it in. Like, I love that shit. So I have to get it back from him, and then we'll have it. But yeah, memorize. So you memorize this, and whoever notices the different thing each week will get a prize. How about that?
What's the prize? You don't have a prize?
I don't know.
We'll have to
we'll
come up with the
it.
prize. Yeah, we'll have to come up with the prize.
We'll come up with a surprise. Maybe I'll get some merch. So you said, what are we gonna do? So this is the plan. We're gonna have a couple of episodes. So what is it? Mid-July. We'll have a couple of episodes, and then we'll call it a day for a few weeks on season 4. That's what this shit show was season 4. This kind of clusterfuck shit show was season 4, a mishmash of things. We tried. I hope to get Chris back on the show. But anyway, we're gonna have a few episodes and then take, just a couple, 2, 3, 4 weeks off. Probably 3 weeks sounds good. And then like in September again, start up season 5.
That sounds like fun.
And we're going to have people, on, from elsewhere do remote interviews. So it won't be like how we used to have people in the studio anymore, since you and I are in 2 different places. So but we have really good technology now. I have really good technology. Fitz always had good technology. And we can just pipe in people from, elsewhere with Peter Piper. And
yeah, and actually, if any of your guests who are in Rochester wanted to come and visit me here to be on the show, we could also do that.
Well, yeah.
If they don't want to be on Zoom.
Yeah, there you go. And I could always, probably just move my chair over and fit somebody else in here in Dunkirk if they wanted to.
Let's do it.
But
That'd be fun.
But I could do. Wouldn't that be fun? Because I have some people here that I would love to have on the show. So anyway, we're gonna do that, and then I might do some like remote shit too. And I'd also like to come back there because I go to Fairhaven a lot, and I go right through there.
That would be awesome.
I will stop back there so I could give you back your gimbal.
Oh yeah.
I found it.
Oh good. I'm glad you found it.
It was in a ready available box. So I'll get that back to you. But that's all we're going to do here
sounds like
at
fun.
Madge Unmuted. So if anybody has any ideas or guests you want to have on, put it down in the comments. We'd love to hear.
Do you remember back I think it was right around the same time that we first started doing your podcast. And I came up with an idea for a podcast called Nobody Gives a Shit.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? And I wanted you to be on it. I wanted like you and I to do the podcast. So I was thinking maybe we could do, instead of having that be, its own podcast, we could do a nobody gives a shit segment. And we can talk to people and talk about like they have their own fun little quirky hobbies that nobody gives a shit about, but they get their 5 minutes to talk about it. I thought that might be fun.
Or just like this podcast, nobody gives a shit about it.
That's not true.
That is not true. You know what? Actually, that is why I decided to really invest in it and start doing it again, because people were constantly asking me about it. Hey, when do you do podcasts again? You podcast. And I'm like, where the fuck were you people when I was doing it? Like, okay, so now we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Everybody ready? Go.
Well,
and that's what we're doing.
Just like riding a bike or playing frisbee or roller skating with one roller skate, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, right?
Hell yeah.
So just like getting back into the saddle, so to speak, if you were to ride horses.
Exactly.
Back in the saddle
or the office
again.
Chair.
Squeaky office chair?
Yep. Oh, you can hear that?
That's an interesting look.
Better stop. Sorry.
That's like
I apologize. Oh my god.
That's gonna be a little.
That's just the way that.
That's a meme now. You're gonna.
Yeah. That's just the way it moves. It doesn't go back and forth. It goes this way. Anyway, I digress. So, you know what you should do, folks? You should subscribe. Smash that like button and subscribe so that you know when all the new Madge Unmuteds come out.
Yeah. And,
right,
and where can they find they can find the podcast on all the platforms and whatnot, like the Spotify's and the Spreakers and the Apples and whatnot.
Yeah. The video is on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, Madge Unmuted. It's really hard to find. And then the audio version will be available on all the usual suspects, Spotify, iHeart. I don't know, some of them have gone out of business in Sweden.
Really?
Have you noticed that?
Oh,
yeah,
I know
they
that,
got rid of Google.
Yeah, now it's just on YouTube. The Google podcast's gone away. Stitcher was purchased by Simplecast, even though they still have it, but they're phasing it away, and now you can add it to Pandora through there. Have you gotten on Pandora yet? I can help you. I can help you do that.
Yeah, and so that's what we got going on. You'll find me at all those places. So you got to subscribe. Stay tuned for more episodes of Madge Unmuted. Many thanks to Fitz at RockFox Studios. RockFox for all your audio visual needs. And we'll see you on the next episode of Madge Unmuted. Bye. Bye.